What up? What up? Y'all know what it is. Beats, Rhymes, and Life podcast all up in the building. Episode number 16. You know what it is, baby. Usual suspects in the building. Stack Dope, De Niro, Tangelina, Jolie. And we got a special guest in the building today. Me and my man go back like Cadillacs and,
Way
8 tracks and wave caps and all that old other shit like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Got my man Malik Baker in the building representing fashion Bullie's clothing brand.
That's right.
We up in this piece, man. What's good with you, bruh?
Man, hey, I'm glad to be here, man. Finally get up with you.
Yeah, we've been
What's
talking
going on?
about this for a little while. Since I was in Florida and shit.
Back and forth. I feel like I be on the show. We go back and forth on
Yeah,
text or whatever.
no doubt. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
I'm glad to be here,
Man, we
appreciate
appreciate
it.
you coming through, for sure.
That's
for sure.
right.
Let's run through these real quick, man. Also, make sure, as I always say, we all over social media. So y'all make sure y'all hit us up, follow us. We on Facebook at BRL Podcast DMV. We are on Twitter at BRL Crew DMV, on IG at Beats Rhymes Life. That's Life with a Y. And follow us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We definitely be on and popping on YouTube with the videos. So any type of live broadcast that y'all may miss on Saturdays, you can always catch up with us on YouTube. Subscribe, rate, review, leave us some feedback. You know what I'm saying? We definitely always appreciate that. So make sure y'all do that as well.
I'm struggling over here.
Yeah, well, get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we go live and shit happens sometimes. So, we
It's
just
like
got...
a chair underneath this table.
It's always a fight with the chair. I think every week you got to get the shit right. You got to adjust it.
My legs are weird. They're long, but not really.
So it takes a little moment to get right. That's all right. Take your time. We got some time, get it right, man. I wanted to make one announcement before we dip into everything, man. I want to shout out and salute Council Member Kenyon McDuffie of Ward 5 here in D.C. He's introducing the Go-Go Official Music of the District of Columbia Designation Act of 2019. Yeah, you heard me correctly. McDuffie wants to make Go-Go the official music of the district, and I, for one, am here all for it. You know what I'm saying? I love the idea.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I'm sweating like a motherfucker.
It's
Excuse
usually
that.
cold in here.
Yeah, it's a little hot in here today, but that's all good. I wanted to tell y'all before I got sidetracked by the heat, but basically, man, what that bill is going to propose is that programs be created to support and promote go-go music and also achieve historical documentation of all things and events and personalities in the culture of go-go. So, man, what y'all think about that, man? That's some great shit right there.
That's big.
Mm-hmm.
It's big, because it lets you know that people are paying attention and they really care about the culture of the city, with the gentrification and stuff. So I think it's big.
Yeah, it's like the Don't Mute DC movement it's like every week it's getting bigger and bigger, and something new is being added, a new layer to try to solidify that culture side. You know,
no
what
matter
I'm
how much things change, it lets you know that the history is always going to be there with the if go-go music is the official sound.
Pull that mic in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, matter of fact, when I was coming up this joint, man, just being on Florida and Georgia, at the T-Mobile joint, hearing the music and shit, I was just like, damn, young. That's a good feeling right there.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like you say, it's a staple. It's the culture. It's always been that way.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man, good to see Councilman McDuffie doing his thing. At some point, man, we might have to get him on this joint, for real.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think we need to go ahead and look into that. Yeah, hey, look, we're going to keep y'all posted on that. We might definitely get Kenyon McDuffie, council member representing Ward 5 up in here to chop it up with us, talk a little politics, and talk some hip-hop. He's of the culture, so I know he know about it. So, you know what I'm saying? We definitely get him in here to chop it up.
He might be running for mayor. I heard that.
That'd be a great look.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a great look. I'll be for that. You know what I'm saying? How old is he, by the way? He pretty young. He probably like what, late 30s, early 40s, you think?
He probably
40,
early
50.
I don't really know too much about him until I heard
probably
about
early
this, 40s.
Early 40s.
What you know about him, Tangy?
Other than him being a a Ward 5 councilman.
Yeah.
No, I really don't know much
Yeah,
about him
kinda
because he doesn't service my ward that
Okay.
much.
What ward are you?
I'm 7.
Okay.
I do see him in the community a lot. I'm associates with a couple people who are from Ward 5,
Okay.
so I see him through them.
Mm-hmm.
So, other than I see that he's very involved. I follow him on Twitter too.
Okay.
So he seems to be like a lot of the policies that he's behind support like people who are from here.
Okay.
So that's what I know about him. That's what I like about him.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like, finally somebody he's not the only one, but it seems like he's one of the main people who's all for preserving the culture here. Mm-hmm. And, protecting even the new people, because the new people do have rights. They live here. So I can imagine they have their own concerns or whatever. So I think he tries to find like a little medium balance or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent
you need
point.
You need somebody to bridge the gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's already doing that.
Right?
He's
Yeah,
definitely
pull everything together.
Yeah,
Because it is a way. I mean, I get it from both sides. The new people coming in and the people who've been here, families, generations have been here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to kind of pull it all together. It is a way to coexist.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I've noticed a change in the environment since all this stuff been going on too.
Oh, definitely.
It's a little more harmony now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
definitely.
It ain't as tense as it was before. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. We make Black History every day. We don't need a month. And I always say it every time, man. If we speak out against certain things, man, we can't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely be the change that we want to see. So yeah, man. Let's keep at it. Don't mute DC. Keep rocking on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, man. Yeah. All right. So let's talk fashion bullies. We got Malik Baker in here, like I said, representing Fashion Bullies Clothing, man. So, first question I want to ask is Fashion Bullies. Where did that name come from?
It was just kind of like more so like working in the school. I work in the school system, so it was kind of a way to bring some positivity to the name and also say that be your own person. Don't kind of let what everybody else says you should do or wear or say, dictate how you feel. Mm-hmm. So that's where the bullies come from. It's kind of like, don't go with the norm, like, just because the industry says, oh, you should be doing this or wearing this or this what's in this season. It's kind of bully that, like be aggressive towards that mentality.
The bully mentality.
Yeah, so I got you. The skinny jeans kind of took everybody by storm. Back in our day, we was wearing too big clothes. So it's and it's still some people like, nah, I'm not wearing the skinnies. But I'm like, nah, it kind of looks better. But when I look back, I'm like, why I wear a medium now? Like, why was I wearing a 2X shirt?
Right.
Like, it's kind of crazy. But it's like, you bully the mentality. So it's, that's kind of where the name came from. And But it's all about positivity, really. I know it's crazy, but like when I had a conversation with people, it's about aggressively pursuing like what you want to do. And that's kind of, fashion it's always been a staple for us, from in the neighborhood to, DC being, we kind of iconic as far as even though, they've been kind of trying to steal it from us. Baltimore's stealing the New Balance thing and I heard Jim Jones say they started the Nike boots.
I was going to just ask you about that.
That's kind of.
What do you think about that? So he was on the sneaker news show.
Yeah,
talking shit. He tried to throw Wale under the bus. He tried to throw us, the whole city, under the bus.
Yeah, that was kind of.
We already had our points of view on that joint.
That was one day. I kind of wish my voice was bigger because I would have kind of tried to reach out. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
You lunching, dog. Go ahead with that.
Nah.
He had to, recant or rescind?
Recant his statement.
Oh, he did? See, I didn't see
apologized.
that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he posted something on Instagram because the creator and designer of the ACG boots came out and said if it wasn't for DC and B-More,
because sales
spearheading the movement,
I'm sure they keep
nobody
track of
else.
sales.
Hell yeah,
yeah. And I'm sure a big percentage of their sales came from this area.
And Obama literally said DC and Baltimore, he wants to thank them for putting ACG boots being. I think the quote he said was, being daring enough to wear a new item or something like that in the marketplace.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely.
And he basically thanked DC Baltimore for taking the lead on that. So that's when Jim Jones came back and was like, oh yeah, well, I guess I was wrong and shit. I see the receipts now, so whatever. Like, yeah, all right, nigga.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
Nah.
We ain't need your verification, but whatever, because you was sounding crazy any
Yeah,
goddamn
and I'm
way.
surprised Wale didn't respond.
No,
to
he
that.
did.
Oh, he
I think
did.
he did.
See, I didn't
Yeah.
see that. I was waiting on him.
He
to-
was like, niggas be
he was
weathering
like,
like shit.
yeah, that was
We
pretty.
did damn near a whole show about that.
I mean,
dog.
Wale made a song about it. Like he would have
But
got
that's why-
flack for that. Like if you really
Yeah.
started it, New York would have came to his defense. Like,
Right,
how you
right,
gonna
right.
make a Nike boot song? They
It
started
was a
here.
rockin' New York man was like, nah, I don't know about that, Slim.
Yeah. I've never seen New Yorkers wear them.
Nope.
Me either.
So I don't know how he got
I
to
never
that.
have either.
And remember, I mean, that whole Dipset movement, they were in DC a lot.
Yes.
They did the
Absolutely.
video at Dream.
Yep.
Remember, Cameron got shot
The
here.
old boy got shot in the Lambo.
So they were here a lot.
Up
So
the
maybe
street
they
on
carried
New
it
York
back
Avenue.
there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't start it. Nah.
So they came down here, got a little flavor.
Right.
Try to go back and take it for themselves,
Most people do.
Most people do. And that's why I love having, clothing brands like yours on our show, because we want to help put y'all out there, you know what I'm saying? And let
Definitely.
people know, like,
Yeah.
look, we've been had our own trends. We've been had our own
Absolutely.
urban apparel situations for years. When we was coming up, we wasn't really wearing no designer like that. It was
Not
all
Nah, it was all
Madden
urban wear.
shit,
All
hobo
urban
shit,
wear.
DDTP shit. I don't want to go
Yeah.
back too far, but
Definitely.
Polo.
Yeah, we did. We always wore
I still
polo.
fuck with
Polo,
man.
yeah.
I kinda still fuck with
Ralph
polo.
Lauren is
Yeah.
iconic. Yeah,
Yeah, we
it's
did.
timeless.
Yeah, can't
Yeah, but
deny
it was all urban wear back then, man.
They had to mix that.
Yeah, we mixed it in there with the urban apparel, you know what I'm saying? But that was really all it was about, man. So
Yeah, we got to get back to that.
we getting back. We getting
think
back.
so.
Now I see you got the dollar signs and the logo and everything. I know our viewers that's watching the live stream, y'all can see that, man. So you about getting to the bag, huh?
It's about getting to the bag. It's always about the bag. It
Yeah.
gotta be. It
Yeah.
gotta be. And not in a chasing money sense, but just in the sense of whatever you're doing, like, trying to take care of your family.
Yeah.
Or you were like we were just talking about my son playing football. Where
Right.
you want to get to the bag, you want to get to a scholarship. Like it's still getting to a bag.
Yeah, some type of bag.
Some type of bag.
Literally or figuratively.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
I got you.
So whenever you see it, it's gonna always have the money signs in it, and they gonna always be green to let
Right.
you know it's always about a bag.
I love that. I love that shit right there, man. We were kind of talking about it just now. Like, you guys specialize in urban apparel. DC has a history of having our own style and being on the forefront of, pushing our urban apparel stores to the light. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Really letting them shine and really rocking them Jones, rocking out, flossing them Jones like that. Where do you see fashion bullies fitting in that space there?
Oh man, I just right in.
Yeah.
Like, right in. I mean, like I'm in the fashion, and I'm around. You see me, I'm out.
Right.
We can fit in. It's what I grew up doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, just trying to take it to the next level.
Right,
Just
right.
get it out there more and more. If I could just get one new person to buy a shirt every time I come out with something, I feel like I've done something. Because then that one person wear it, somebody else sees it.
Yeah.
Tell a friend, tell a friend.
Right.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And so, like, the whole urban apparel game is, like, we kind of just mentioned, too, it's starting to come back. It's making a comeback. Like, it was popping when we was young. It took a little, like, hiatus. I wouldn't say it fell off, but I think everybody kind of started transitioning over to a little more designer type shit.
Right.
But I think with the fallout from all the racist type of clothing that some of these brand name designers been coming out with, it's starting to come back to that urban apparel thing. What you think about the new generation of urban apparel stores and brands that's coming up?
I love it because I think it speaks to the younger generation after us being more independent. Because, when we were coming up, we were kind of pushed to, you better go to school and get a job.
Yeah.
So it's like the younger generations are more independent. Like they're more
More entrepreneurial. Yeah, no doubt.
So
No doubt.
So I like it in that sense because it's
Okay.
like, you're doing your own thing. Like you said, being a bully, like you're not listening to, I got to go to school, I got to get a job and be regular. Like it's like, nah, I mean, you can do what you want to do. Be happy in what you do. Like it don't always got to be like so straight and narrow. Like if you love doing it, do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I could dig that. Well, it's summertime. It's hot. I know you got some fresh summertime pieces. We got a few out here on display. What else you got ready for the summer, man? What you about to drop this summer?
Oh
Joe?
man, we got a lot of stuff in the works, but I wanna cater to the ladies more.
Okay.
So I got some women's stuff coming. Yeah,
Tangi's all for
definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I like the men's stuff too because the way my body is shaped, the men's shirts they fit better.
Okay.
Really?
The
Oh,
female
okay.
shirts, yeah.
But see, women, they get it. They got it better because they can wear both.
I
can't go get a women's
That's
shirt.
true.
No,
That's a
you
good
can't,
point.
no.
They can steal our shirt.
Right.
Right.
You can get up and get my shirt in the morning and go out and it look good.
Right.
Yeah.
Still be cranking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They get the best of both worlds. That's what's up. So you
Yeah,
got
man.
the dad. I'm fucking with the dad hats, man, for the show.
Oh, I got a question.
What's up?
How do you choose the colorways? Are you inspired by the shoe game, or is it more like organic? Like I just like colors because these are some.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I know it's spring or whatever, but DC is a very gray, blue,
Right.
camouflage.
Me personally, I just like color. So and then I think the whole, matching up with the shoe thing might help as far as sales, but it's not authentic to me. So for me, it's like really like what I go back to is about being a bully. It's like when I buy it because you like it, and then find something to go with it. Find your shoes to go with the apparel.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I'm at.
That's how
I do it too. I think if you an
Buy the
OG in the
outfit
fashion
first,
shit, you get the
and
the
then
clothes
that.
first, and then find the shoes to match with that. You know what I'm
Definitely,
saying?
yeah.
Because you might go all the way wrong or left, getting the shoes first, and then trying to match. Because it's never going to be a pinpoint matchup.
Nah, never.
So it's better to say, all right, let me get the clothes first. You probably most likely gonna have some shoes in the stash anyway. That's
Right.
gonna
If
go
you
with
in the
it.
sneakers, you always
You
gonna
gonna have
something
something on deck,
Right.
If you can't find nothing
Right.
fresh, but you still be on that chase
Right.
until you get that fresh jump. So yeah, no doubt. I'm with that. So let me see. So yeah, y'all got the online store cracking and everything. Do you have any plans of doing like a physical location at some point, or what you're thinking on that?
Down the road, I wouldn't mind it, but
Yeah.
I kind of like I want to get into doing the more pop-ups and stuff
Okay.
like that. Like I want to get in with the people,
Okay.
Yes.
and
Would
then
you do any collaborations with?
and that's what I was going to, yeah,
Okay.
I definitely. I think
Okay.
that's the one thing that's missing as far as the urban apparel. Like everybody working together.
That shit is different. That is some
Yeah.
different shit. You don't see
Yeah.
nobody really doing that.
Like something where, everybody could come together. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, it's enough room for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I might like my own. I mean, of course, I like my own shirt, but I might like your sweatpants.
Yeah.
Or man, like I might think, hey, the design I had might look better on that hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just
Yeah, you seeing that a lot, especially like I noticed Supreme does a lot of collaborations with Nike.
Yeah,
as far as
definitely.
shoes.
Right.
Staple Pigeon. They do a lot of collaborations like that too. They did a collabo.
and for big companies like that to do it, I mean,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
telling you something right
Right.
there.
Exactly.
Yo, that's a wave right there. That shit. That might be something good to come up.
Right.
With. Yeah, I like that. So that's good to know. What I wanted to ask you too, what you got? What you looking at? You checking out the logo and
checking
stuff?
it out.
Because it looks
Checking out the merch.
on here. It's better if I can see it up here. This is cute.
The joints looking good on the live stream too. Them
yeah,
colors is
definitely,
popping
man.
on the joint. You see that
Definitely,
shit?
yeah, man.
That joint's popping. So let me ask you, man, we was talking a little about some of the older joints, man. What was some of your favorite urban apparel brands from back in the day, like back in our time coming?
I'm gonna say one I don't think you mentioned. Abstract.
Oh, hey, look, that's a personal favorite of mine right there.
Abstracts.
I ain't want to go to the nepotism and all that, but nah, no doubt. That's shout out to Abstracts, man. My
Abstracts
people's
was
man.
my favorite.
Kevin and Darwin Face, B, all them niggas. But yeah, okay.
Abstracts was my favorite.
That was your
down.
favorite joint?
Hands down.
Damn,
Why?
that means a lot
Why?
to me.
Because they were different.
Yeah,
like,
they
even
were.
though it was urban apparel, like, it wasn't just the name and the logo. Like, they had shirts with just pictures, or it was just like, it was different.
Yeah, it was definitely different.
It was different. It was they were very fashionable if you think about it now. Like, it was shirts with just colors. And like, we hadn't seen that. Everything else was just names.
Okay.
And patches and embroidery. Like, they had actual like paintings on the shirts and
That was very early on.
Yeah.
That was early on. Yeah, I remember them Jones. Yeah, and they did move.
then remember
towards
when
the
they did a
embroidery.
store, it was kind of upscale.
They had a little bit of iceberg shit in there with the
Yeah,
abstract
right,
stuff
right,
mixed, right?
yeah.
You just sell the G-Shock watches in there and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for
It was
sure.
an abstract store.
It was off of Central Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh, was
In
it
the family furniture warehouse shopping center joint.
off Richie Road? No, where's the family furniture?
Up the street from Richie Road. It was actually it was across the street from it was a little bit up the street from, you remember the Mad Chef Cafe?
Yeah.
It was a little up the
Yeah,
street from the
further.
Mad Chef joint.
Oh, okay.
And if you keep going up, it was a big white shopping center. That's the family furniture joint. Family furniture was like in the back.
All the way in the back, yeah.
Or no, I think it was Regency or some shit like. I think it might have turned to Regency or something.
Yeah, it was. I just know it was a furniture store.
Yeah, it was a furniture store, but then you
Yeah.
roll up in that joint, the abstract was right there. They was there for years, man. Had a good run. Had a real good run. Yeah, shout out to my cousins, man. Again, Kevin, Darwin, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying, doing y'all thing. So y'all getting love up this joint.
Yeah, definitely,
Niggas know,
man.
Niggas remember
Oh,
y'all, dog.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Y'all made an
Yeah,
impression
man.
on the community, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Facts.
So, all right. So what else? You said abstract. Any other joints?
Of course,
that you-
man. Growing up, I mean, even though I was young back then, but I mean, my cousins, mother, everybody, you know, was buying Madness. So of course,
of
I
course,
mean,
of course.
yeah, you wasn't in the '80s, baby, if you ain't had a Madness fisherman hat,
Bucket joint.
with
You
the
had to have a
custom
bucket
patches
joint. You
with
know
your
what I'm
name
saying?
or something on
Absolutely,
it. Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
No question, man. Damn, you
Yeah,
taking
Madness.
me back. He taking me
course,
back like shit,
yeah.
Tangy. Damn, young.
That old DDTP.
Yeah.
You know, that was.
That was a good joint.
Yeah.
Definitely a good joint. I'm trying to think. What was some other popping brands, man? We Are One.
We all won.
When Steve Francis got in with
when
them,
when
that shit made it
was
take
big.
off. Yeah,
I mean,
that was
everybody.
huge.
You gotta think. At one point, everybody in the league was winning. We all won.
Because of
I
Steve.
mean, you could see We All One on ESPN on any given night at one point.
Man, look, they expanded the joint to H-Town. They was
Yeah,
in Houston
yeah.
hard. He had H-Town niggas on that joint hard,
Yup.
young.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, man, good little. It's good to reminisce about them Jones, man. Like I said, man, coming up in this area, man, that's what we know. That's just our thing. It's in our blood,
Yeah.
you know. And I think we have a certain appreciation for local urban apparel brands that's coming up. And what I love about it is it's always been about helping and supporting black-owned businesses, black-owned
Right.
companies, and young black
Yeah,
entrepreneurs.
you raise up your own.
We've been raised on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's a beautiful thing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
definitely.
we come together as a community in that way, man. That shit is just, I love that shit, man. Where are we going from here with Fashion Bullies? What you see in the future, man?
Man, just keep going up. Just keep going up. Supporting the community. Trying to help out the next generation. Trying to get my own kids involved.
Right,
pass it
right.
on. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to pass on no debt and nothing like that. I don't want to push them to, like I said, like we was pushed. I don't want, you better go take that post office test.
Yeah.
I don't want to pass that on, man.
BS
I
or some
want-
shit.
yeah, I
Hell
wanna
nah.
leave something.
Hell nah. I ain't fucking with
man.
that.
You don't want to pass that on, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
And just,
no doubt.
like I said, taking it to the next level, man. I want to take it national, worldwide, man. I want to put, the whole Maryland, D.C., let them know what we about.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I love to hear that, man. There it is, man. Malik Baker, Fashion Bullies. Y'all know what it is. We gonna have you give everybody your social medias and all that at the end of the show.
Got you.
But let's talk some hip hop. Let's talk some current events. What's been happening for the week. I ain't want to tell you what we was gonna talk about because I want to get your honest and impromptu responses.
You ain't want me to put it together.
Nah, I want that shit on the fly. Shoot it from the hip, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So first off, let me see. We got let's talk when they see us. All right, when they see us, I hope y'all have seen that by now.
I haven't.
Yes.
Fuck.
I know, but so
But you
I
know the
followed
story,
it.
though.
Yeah, I followed
Okay.
it before. I just haven't watched that particular movie about it.
Okay. So in case some of y'all out there, like my man Malik, and didn't get a chance to see it yet, just real quick, it's a 4-part series on Netflix. It just dropped, I think, last Friday. It's created, written, and directed by Ava DuVernay. And what it does is it exposes, I think, one of the greatest injustices in our time. And basically what it is it's a true story. And it's based on the story of the Central Park Five. Basically, the Central Park Five, a group of 5 black teens who were wrongly convicted of raping a white female jogger in New York City back in 1989 in Central Park. So, first off, you saw the joint, Tangi.
Yes.
You watched all 4 parts. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I watched all 4 parts. Then I went back and I watched all 4 parts again with my daughters.
Okay.
And then I watched the 2020 interview.
Damn.
They did a 2020 interview on the Central Park 5. Like
I didn't know about
years
that.
ago.
Oh,
I watched that.
okay. I think I have seen that. Okay. I thought
And
you
then I watched the
meant a new one.
documentary, the Ken Burns documentary that came out before this. Like
Okay.
It came out 2017,
Okay.
18, something like that.
You did your homework.
Yeah, I wanted to see different perspectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, like, the first, 10 or 15 minutes, I was like, ooh. Like, I don't even have high blood pressure or, any of those type of issues.
Yeah.
But I felt something, like inside, it just felt like rage. I didn't even know how to contain it. I was so mad. And I remained angry throughout the whole entire series. It was hard for me to even find
It's a tough
certain
watch.
parts of compassion at times
Yeah.
because I was so angry at the injustice part. So yeah,
It's a tough watch. It's definitely a tough watch. So when you watch the joint, just
Ready.
ready.
Like I said, I've done my research on it before. You know, I've read about it. You know, researched it, and it made me mad. So I know I already know
it's
what I'm in
it's still
for.
gonna hit different.
Oh yeah, I
it
know
hit
it
different
still
when
hit
you
different,
see
right?
how their lives were before it happened, and just
Right.
how they was just regular kids and shit.
I mean,
and
because
all
I
just got
was
swept
under
up
the
in this
understanding when I
garbage.
used to read about it, like they didn't even really know each other,
Nah, they didn't.
right? So
Nah.
it's like, man, I mean that's just crazy in itself.
And the one by McCory Wise, he just went to go help out his man. He wasn't really going to. They weren't bringing him in because he was, indicated
Right,
in the
yeah.
crime. He was like, "Oh, nah, I'm gonna just go because they taking my man Yusef down. Let me just go and make sure everything go right."
it's
And they
just-
threw him in the jump.
I mean, it was always crazy for me when I read about it. What made it interesting was that they weren't even accused. You know, usually when stuff like that happens, it'd be like, oh, somebody said it was them or accused them. Like they weren't even accused. Like the lady didn't remember anything.
They put it all on them.
Suspects the whole
Police and the
entire
DA
time.
put it
That's
all
it.
on them. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
they just
that's-
said we just gonna put it on these niggas. That's it. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
But what's crazy is because the movie doesn't tell you, the movie kind of tells you certain parts, but it's more from the perspective of, it's more character driven. So but the other documentary and then the interview on 2020, it was more personal. So they kind of told you how they were feeling at the time and how they feel now.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it was interesting when the victim, the survivor, was talking about how she doesn't believe that it was only one person.
Okay.
Because the evidence, the doctors, at all the examinations done on her suggest that it was more than one person involved.
Okay.
So I think that's why they went so hard. Once they got those 5, not giving them a reason
Right.
to do it, but I'm just saying once they got those 5, because they acknowledged that it was a 6th person. They was like, it's no way, even if we could have put all of these people
Right, yeah.
together, we're still missing something. We're missing the physical evidence. We don't have enough DNA from the rape kit, and the DNA we do have doesn't match any of them. So it was when I can imagine being a survivor and kind of she didn't want to accuse them because she didn't want to remember. She
Right.
couldn't remember, so she couldn't necessarily say you all did it. But based on what she felt, what she remembers feeling, she knows that she was attacked by.
Yeah, because I do remember reading. She was she was bad.
Yeah.
Like, she was like.
Well, they said, she was left for dead.
It was
she
like,
definitely hanging on for dear life. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, their whole lives got changed. And it's like they got paid, but it's like
the money don't make up for the time lost, the years lost. I mean, because and then the psychological, emotional damage. That money ain't gonna fix that. I mean, them brothers gonna be going to counseling for years.
What's my man name who took his own life?
Khalif Broader, yeah.
He got paid, but I mean, it still was kind of like. I mean, it messed him up emotionally.
That shit is hard. That story, I'm still not over that one, man.
He still was traumatized.
Yeah. And when you watch it, you're gonna see one of the guys I just mentioned, actually, Corey Wise. His time, he's the one who did the most time out of all 5 of them. He spent the most time in jail. It took him longer to get out or whatever. Well, because they eventually charged him as an adult. He was in Rikers. As a youngin', Rikers Island. So, when you watch it, you're going to see the similarities between his situation and the Khalif Browder situation, because it's almost identical.
And can you imagine, this is just what they're telling you? They're only telling you what they want you to know.
Right.
They're not telling you everything that they probably gone through. They probably trying to forget a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
So you a kid in Rikers? Come on, man.
And he had like.
If you an adult in Rikers, nigga, that shit is hard. That's the worst joint out there.
Man, what? That joint to break some men.
That's the joint from Carlito's Way in the water.
Yeah. Man, he was going to swim.
That joint is.
My man was going to swim out from Rikers, man. Look, just get me out.
Had a boat there waiting on me.
I'm going to swim to the buoy.
Visit somebody.
Hey.
You seen Obama throw up when he left the joint, start thinking about his head rolling around with the crabs down there on the bottom of the floor. Yeah, but not all jokes aside, it's definitely not, a joking matter at all. But yeah, that joint was definitely a rough watch, man. Which I think about the whole fallout from the DA, man, Linda Fairstein. Since the movies come out, a lot of people have been going at her, requesting that she resign from certain members of boards.
Deleted her social media because she was getting so much backlash.
Absolutely,
but it's like, I mean, what they gonna do to her, honestly? Like,
what they need to do is reopen some of her cases and look at, how many convictions may be, eligible for being reversed. Yeah. Because that shit's a problem. If you got to think, if she did that to them, she probably got that shit all in her career.
I definitely would be on the phone with my lawyer.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's no doubt in my mind she railroaded some other niggas like that too. So come on, young.
I mean,
so that's probably one thing they should do. I mean, I think, I saw people trying to protest her books on Amazon, have her stuff taken off Amazon. She already
made the money from it, so it don't.
She did.
I mean, she did. I mean, anything would help, but I mean, she didn't change people's lives, families,
that
generations, like
affected. Yeah, no doubt about that.
I don't think they were compensated enough either.
What they get, like 41 mil?
And they settled.
They settled for 41 mil.
Settled.
Wow.
I mean, because they said, well, from what I read, like they were like New York was really trying to fight it, like.
And then
you had somebody admit to it. His DNA.
They have no evidence on them. They got the DNA evidence from the real suspect.
And they still was trying to keep them locked up.
I think that's just a case of a lot of political bigwigs just not wanting to admit they was wrong.
Of course.
They don't want to admit they was wrong.
Isn't it always
They got
the case?
all the privilege and all that in the world.
Right.
They can't be wrong. These 5 black boys must have done it. What you say, babe?
Wasn't the mayor at that time the one that
also
did
Giuliani,
the stop and frisk?
Yes.
And
yes. One of Trump's little yes man now, Rudy Giuliani. Yeah. That's how he made his bones off of that. As a DA doing some of the same stuff and then moving on to become the mayor.
I mean, he's notorious, Giuliani.
Absolutely, no question about it.
I mean, how many rappers can you remember from New York rapping about him and their songs? Like, he's notorious.
I was just listening to Big. He said,
Yeah.
my man Giuliani ain't trying to see a nigga make it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he may as well be part of the mob.
Shit, he might be.
Right, yeah, he might be.
He might be on the humble. You never know.
Yeah, he might be.
Shit, them Bama's be having their hands in all kinds of dirty pots. So, I wouldn't even be surprised, man.
Man. Then we talking New York, man. Can you imagine the money flowing through?
What?
Now, you already know.
I don't trust anybody from.
I mean, I would say New York City probably got one of the most notoriously corrupt police departments across the board.
Oh yeah.
Hands down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, historically too.
They got too many hands in the pot.
They
Like
do.
for law enforcement.
The black market up there is a $1 billion industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's too much illegal money going around to not get it. If you a cop in New York City, you got access to all that shit. Not only can you get the jump on it on certain shit, but you can strong arm other people to get their shit.
Yeah.
And they can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Except, try, put you on the payroll, try to ease up the pressure a little bit after a while. But
Yeah, I always say to make it out of New York, you got to be tough.
yeah.
Like in that type of environment in the world, you got to be
Everybody's
tough.
grimy,
Everybody,
can't trust anybody. They mean.
Right.
Don't nobody speaks. I do
Yeah.
not like New York at all. I be so glad to come home when I go up there. Like
It's
the
tough.
shopping and everything
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
All the little last time I was in Brooklyn,
The culture,
that was
they got
kinda
nice.
cool,
The culture's good too.
But
right?
I was like, man, I miss home, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
yeah,
I don't
it
like
is.
it here.
It's cool for, like you said, to go up for a couple of days.
Yeah,
It's kind of
yeah.
refreshing, but when you in the belly though,
I'm good.
it's a little different.
I love it because I got a lot of family up there. I've been going up the joint, man. It's great. I always said it's a great place to visit. I couldn't live there. It's too many people
Yeah.
for one. It's too congested.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Like
I couldn't
Tangy
live
said,
there.
it's a
at
lot
all.
of rude people. You
Yeah.
know, as soon as you step off from somewhere or step out somewhere, they sizing you up. Somebody coming at you with some type of fucking hustle, or they'll try and slick talk you for that. Like, I ain't got no time for all that.
Yeah, I got family from up there too, and it's like,
It's this,
and
what
I
I
know
mean?
when I used to go up when I was younger, New York is the kind of place it's either you love them
Yeah, yeah.
or you hate them.
Yeah.
So it's like you might meet somebody from New York, you might be like, man, I love him.
Right,
Like, he a good dude. And then you might meet somebody be like, I ain't going nowhere with
I ain't
him by
fucking with that
myself.
nigga. Right,
Like,
right,
yeah,
right,
I
right.
ain't-
But I ain't gonna lie. I mean, because my family Trini, man, I be with the West Indians, so I don't really be with
Right,
all
okay,
that
yeah,
other
yeah,
rah-rah
so it's a
shit.
little different.
Yeah, I be
Culture's
with the
a little
Trinis,
different,
right?
yeah.
The food, oh my god, the fucking food, dog.
Oh yeah,
I'll give it to
because
you.
you have, but you gotta think New York is, you have so many different nationalities living there.
Right, it's a melting pot.
Yeah,
It's a melting pot. Keeping with the New York theme, let's holler at my man Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z had a big week, man. Jay-Z
Billionaire Jay,
So proud.
reached billionaire status
Billionaire
this week,
Jay,
man.
man.
Forbes magazine did their little, yearly list of, I guess, highest earning hip hop people or
yeah.
entertainers or whatever, and Jay-Z lands at the top of the list, man. You could bullshit with rap if you want, motherfucker.
And rap was at the bottom of the list. His catalog was
Yep.
at the bottom of the list.
How about that? How about that?
Man, hey,
It's
I
inspirational, man.
I don't know how anybody can knock it.
Yeah.
I don't know
That is a
how
Canadian
Jay
level.
not, on your list or at the top of it with those kind of moves.
Shit, nigga, at this point, yeah, I would say, with complete body of work, just the overall bigger
Yeah.
picture with his whole
And longevity,
portfolio.
man. Just-
Yeah, man.
I mean,
like,
Yeah.
I mean, Jay one of the few dudes who you could trust that come from that 90s era to come out now and still be relevant.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's talk about some of his investments, man, just to kind of name a few. His cash and investments came to a total of $220 million. He got the stake in the liquor brands Douce and Ace of Spade, or AKA Ace of Spade. It's really called Armand de Brignac. I know I butchered that, but we're going to just go with Ace of Spade, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, those two investments are totaled in the amount of $410 million. Like, So just off of those 2 liquor brands right there,
Man.
that's how much he's pulled in off that. Tidal comes in at 100 mil. Rock Nation is following that with 75 mil. His music catalog is worth another 75 mil. His art collection, 70 mil. Finally, his real estate investments total 50 mil, but that's just his investments now. Him and Beyonce as a couple have other real estate ventures as well. So, the list just goes on and on. This nigga is just a walking
level.
money tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Taking risks.
I love it. He put the work in.
Absolutely.
He took the risk. He made some big risks. He had
did.
to cut some people off. He had to let some people go. Like, he
man,
did
that's
it the way
big.
that kind of, like, you hear it, but you may not see it all the time. But, like, we're old enough to kind of, like, really see it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I saw a meme the other day that kind of mapped out how much he's made every year between 1996 and now. This Bama started out in 96 being worth $2 million, I'm sorry. $2 million, that's it. And in 4 years, by the time it got to the year 2000, he already tripled that and was like well over $30 million. And he just every year went up from there. Every year made more money, more money, more money. I mean, the dude's story is amazing, man. I mean, if you've ever been to Marcy Projects or any joint in there, it's Marcy and it's Tompkins. And it's another project that's there.
The project.
That shit rough, dog.
I tell people
no
from going to New York and seeing projects, we don't have projects.
Nah.
We don't have no.
I joined
We
nice
got
as shit.
hoods, but we
had
don't.
public housing. That's
Yo,
what
they
we
got
had.
buildings
projects.
with thousands of apartments in it. Like they stacked on top of each other.
Yep.
I mean, you might got a building here, might got 10, units in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
It's not like that.
John crazy, dog. That shit crazy.
Elevator don't work. I mean,
John
come on,
got
man.
piss
You
in
coming
it.
up in that type of
A lot
environment,
of
man.
people-
Crack vial. And the other thing
Pads,
is,
a bunch of whoa, I couldn't
the
be a
joints
female.
be, okay, it's like the street, the sidewalk, the shit be right on the sidewalk. Like, it ain't like in the back somewhere. You drive
And
down
that's
the
where
street.
you go to. It's so congested up there. You ever seen those
Yeah.
little golf carts the police drive?
Yeah.
Like, man.
They can't even get around. They got to get the golf cars,
Man, It's wild, man.
It's
You
wild.
come
So,
from that,
yeah.
and then you want billionaire status. I mean,
That shit's
you help
remarkable.
you help build a stadium across from where you used to bang at, man. Like, that's big,
He said, what he say? I used to toss Knicks. What he say on that one joint?
man.
He said it's only right that I build a stadium so I can watch the Knicks up the street from where I used to toss Knicks.
It's crazy.
That nigga wordplay is phenomenal. But like the fact that he's reached this status, man, and this level is just a testament to, his hard work. And
Oh yeah,
it
definitely.
should be an inspiration for all of us, man. And the brother ain't even finished yet. That's the thing about it.
If that's not inspirational, educational, motivational, then I don't know what is.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I mean,
man.
you can't, like you said, cutting people off because sometimes you hold on to the wrong person too long, and you end up hurting from it. So
That's why he cut Kanye off. Kanye was about to hurt.
you got to cut the dead weight sometimes. But I don't know if he really cut Kanye all the way off. He might just be
I
giving
think
him
he
some
just
breathing
separated
room.
himself.
Yeah, I think he still
Just
he
fell
never,
back a little
Yeah,
bit.
he never really, he never really came out and said anything. Like, he's kind of said stuff about Dame and all
Right,
those guys.
true,
but it's
true.
kind of like with Kanye, it's just like, I'm gonna let you get your medicine.
Yeah, well, hopefully he snap out of it, man. Because I think them together, they can accomplish
hopefully
a whole lot
Kanye
more,
come back, man. Hopefully Kanye come back, man.
We gonna see, man. I hope so too, but I think he might be gone, man.
Nah, you think so?
I think he might be gone.
Only thing with Kanye is the Trump thing. I don't mind that because I kind of feel him on the whole. Everybody got their right to say what they want, but it's like, well, you backing Trump, man. It's like he be saying some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not just that though. To me, his music is going downhill though.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Nah, the
he give you a
music's
single
still
here and
there.
there. Don't take. Come on, young.
It's not.
I'm
the-
talking about
it's not the same
album-wise.
Sonically, it's
His
not the
albums
same.
are not good anymore. His joints are trash. That Pablo shit. That
You
joint.
like the Pablo?
Nah,
Oh, you know. love that
man.
album.
The Pablo was good. The
Nope.
Pablo,
I even
yo.
like Ye.
T, come on,
I ain't
man.
fucking with the Pablo
The
joint.
Pablo was good. That was a
My
good
my
album.
favorite Kanye, for me, Kanye is dead after
But you gotta think,
graduation.
Kanye still been responsible for some of the hottest artists.
Exactly.
Pusha,
That 808
he had
Heartbreaks
something to do
wasn't
with
fucking
what's my
with
man
that.
from Chicago. He had a little bit to do with him.
Who was that?
Chance, he didn't put his hands. Pusha,
Now, production-wise, yes.
What's the dude? The one hit one, the Panda dude, like all that
Designer,
been coming
right,
up
right,
under him.
Production wise, no question. I'm just saying, as an artist, album wise, his joints fell off after graduation to me.
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't think
because
so. That's
his
because
his mindset changed. It's just you not listening the
His
same.
music,
Oh man.
he's no longer just a rap artist. He kind of elevated to something else.
Yo, I'ma tell you-
I get it. I get it.
He had to have graduation, and then what happened after that? With the 808s and Heartbreaks.
I mean, then you
That's
gotta
when
think
that's when he started kind of
got the
veering off
Yeezy
to the
stuff
left a
now.
little
He
bit.
doing the
Fantasy.
clothes and stuff. He going like his horizons open up.
He's a creative. You can't contain that. You can't.
Yeah.
Just
You
put
can't
him-
tell
you
me
can't-
all them last albums starting from after graduation you could just put on and let them ride. What about
Hell
the
yeah, I love
shit?
808s
The
and
Pablo
Heartbreaks.
joint
And
definitely.
my,
Yo, when you leave here today,
my Twisted
listen to that.
Fall,
You can
my beautiful
FaceTime me,
Twisted
put me on
Fall.
speakerphone. We can listen to that together. I want to know if you gonna hear it different after the day, dog.
All right, I give y'all the benefit on that, John. You
Yo,
know,
but go check out his. He got a
just
the
for
interview
y'all, I'll
with-
re-listen.
He
I'll
got an
re-listen to
interview
it.
with David Letterman
Yes.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
Go
I know.
check
I ain't seen that
It
junk
kind of
yet.
give you a different perspective if you go look at the interview.
Yeah.
But like I say, the Trump thing, he don't get
I
no
can't
pass
get over
for
that,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I can't
he
get
don't
over
get
that.
no pass for
I
that.
just think Kanye needs to be around more genuine black people.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to do that in LA. There's
Yeah.
no black people
True,
in LA.
true,
and
true,
they're
true.
all
But I don't like.
concentrated in certain
I'm one of
areas.
them people though. I don't like the blaming of the Kardashians. That
No,
man
no,
was
no,
off.
no.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
It
off.
did get
But
worse
it's
after the
not their fault.
Kardashians,
But
though.
that's-
He
No.
might be more influential over them than they are over him.
No, I think they enabled whatever was going on with him.
Oh, well, that might
I think
be
that
true.
Kardashian
but it's
curse
his wife.
came into play,
wouldn't
man.
your wife be your enabler? I mean, so it's not just.
So it's not from a negative.
Yeah,
standpoint.
it's just like,
because
yeah,
they
it's
have-
his.
But that's what I'm saying.
I mean, but
like,
you gotta think that's his only family.
and he's
He
a
don't have
born-
nobody.
True.
Like you
Exactly.
said, he
That's
just
what I'm
need to
saying.
be
He needs
around more.
around some real
Yeah.
genuine black people. If you listen to some of his other songs, even on Graduation, like that's when he starts talking about his family and how his family burned them and
Yeah, like the cousin who took the laptop.
Yeah,
and
like,
shot-
he
like
Now
had
that
a
song
lot
was
of-
dope. I fuck with that joint.
Yeah,
the
like-
real friends joint. I
Yeah.
did fuck with real friends. I did
So
fuck with
you
that.
got a lot of issues with family. You can't trust your family. You can't trust the people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? You definitely
Yeah.
move to LA. You definitely can't trust nobody who over there. All you have is
Yeah,
this
and then
other family
then your
that's
real homies
accepted
like
you.
Jay and them probably like, dog, you tripping.
Yeah.
Well, I think another factor that we ain't really talking about is, you know, it just popped in my mind, just the fact that he never really, I don't think he ever really recovered from the situation with his mother passing, you know what I'm
I
saying,
don't
and
think-
how
yeah,
she
I don't
passed.
think he gave
I think he just
himself
kept
time
working,
for that.
working,
It definitely
and
was
then had the
traumatic.
meltdown.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
then
I'm
I
saying?
think he probably kind of blamed himself because it's like, well, my mother really had been having plastic surgery. If I wasn't
If I
this
ain't had
huge
exactly,
iconic star,
Exactly.
and the fact that I'm pretty sure he probably paid for it. So it's like, I mean,
That I think
you
that was
blame
the turning
yourself.
point for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of going left with it. Before we run out of time, real quick, I just want to touch on the whole situation with Black Sam versus the Crips. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle, older brother, is filing paperwork to get the slogan "The Marathon Continues" trademarked.
Okay.
But he's doing it 12 days after the Rolling 60s Crips did that. So they put in an application for the same thing with the U.S.
Really?
Patent and Trademark Commission to
Dang.
get that
I
slogan
didn't know that.
trademarked. So they did it first, and now Black Sam is coming up behind him. So it's going to be potentially a battle for that, Joan.
Right.
What's going to happen is, I mean, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Commission is going to have to decide, you know, well, who actually has the rights to the slogan. So more than likely, it's going to go to Black Sam.
Right,
Because
yeah,
they got the
'cause,
store.
I mean, they got the music
The
and-
music, the store.
Yeah.
You know, that's got
And
Nipsey
he was,
written
and he
all
was
over
a
it.
public figure. The Rolling
Right.
60s is
Why do
still
the
a
Rolling
game.
60s think it belongs to them?
Well, I don't think they think it belongs to them. I think that because he was affiliated with them so strong, I mean, he's probably one of the most notable Crips out there besides
And you gotta think,
Snoop and
so,
Tuki. But hold on, I just to finish my point real quick, not to cut you off, but I think they just feel like they have a little bit of entitlement to it. You know what I'm saying? Because he did do a lot of community service with them in the hood, but
and a lot of it might be too
far with that.
And a lot of it might be too from that. I mean, because it's still a gang culture at the end of the day.
It is.
So it's like they probably not getting the bag no more. Like, cause Nipsey probably, you give back. Like when you part of that culture, if somebody start making some money, somebody
naturally,
somebody
back.
Getting a percentage.
No doubt.
So they might feel like without Nipsey now, Black Sam I mean, the store probably make a little bit of money, but it's no high dollars coming in.
Nah, the store make money.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
The store gonna
but
make
they
money.
know they can't cut into that.
They can't get into that.
So
right,
it's
right,
like
right.
They might have felt like, okay, well, we'll take that name. But it's like,
they might need to let that go.
It's no way they can win that.
Yeah, they might need to let that go.
Yeah,
and
way.
And I think, in all fairness, if they do, I think Black Sam will still probably work with them.
Right? Yeah.
Regardless,
I mean,
because
he's still affiliated. He's still a rolling 60. So
no
it's
doubt,
like,
no doubt.
But yeah, you can't have that. I mean,
yeah,
you
man.
can still get your percentage.
I'm sorry.
It's live. we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. I got it in my mind though, so that's why we jive rolling like that. But yeah, I think they might need to let that go though.
Yeah,
go ahead and let Black Sam have at that. And
then it shows the vision, you don't need that. Not at this time with Nipsey bringing so much positivity and stuff like that to the community.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. That's why I kind of think they're going to work it out somehow.
Yeah,
I mean, I think legally it's going to go to Black Sam, as it should. But I think even overall after that, he probably going to break him off and still continue to work with him in the community. So it's going to be all to the good no matter what, man. But yeah, man, I really, before we jump out of here though, real quick, that y'all see the whole 50 Cent jump though?
Oh,
when
man,
a nigga
that
rolled
was
up
crazy.
on him.
Yeah,
you seen the jump?
man. But that just let you know how dudes, man, you talking about, well, man, go ahead, hit me. But I just want you to check my Instagram. Like, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like has clout chasing really got to this point, man?
Yeah. I mean, you see the dude with the baby.
What baby?
The baby, the
baby,
rapper,
the
with the dude rolled up on him in the Louis Vuitton.
The
like,
baby, yeah. I'm like, what baby?
Then you go, you know what I'm saying?
Don't laugh at me.
You go back the next day, you asking the security guard, how many people jumped on me?
Oh,
Like, come
shit.
on, man.
I did see that. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
lit
like,
right
come
there.
on, man.
Yeah, I forgot about that one, man. I mean, and that was nothing but clout chasing right there.
Yeah, it's
the baby was
crazy.
minding his business, doing his shopping thing, popping his tags and shit. He want to come in the joint and start some stuff. He deserved that ass whooping.
Oh,
for
yeah,
real,
definitely.
Sure.
Definitely.
He deserved every bit of that ass whooping.
Yeah, man, we gotta get it the honest way, man. Work hard, man. Get
But
your
look,
music
but how
out there.
about 50? That nigga 50 almost punished this Bama, young.
He
Yeah,
was
Like-
smart. He saw them cameras rolling.
But he ain't see the camera at first. Like he made a move and dude backed up. And I think when he stopped himself was when the guy was like, "Oh, hold up, go ahead and hit me.
yeah.
Go ahead and hit me. You
It's
gonna hit
crazy,
me?
man.
Hit me." And he caught himself and he was like, "Oh, I see what this is."
Yeah, like wow,
Then he
man.
seen the Bama
like, what's
recording
your,
like
like that's how you want to get on?
that's what he told him. He said, "Dog." He was like, "So why you all I want to do is have you go to my IG page and listen to my music." So 50 was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you're stupid. You not doing this shit right." You coming up
it's
to me
crazy,
like,
man.
and then instead of whooping his ass, he just like schooled him. You know what I'm saying? And just dropped the jewels on him like, this ain't how you want to do it. Then the nigga turned around the other day and want to upload the joint. He want to start mouthing off. You seen that joint? You ain't see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We'll talk about it next week. We'll get into that. But before we get out of here, I want to thank my man Malik for coming through,
Oh,
brother.
man, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you,
man.
Appreciate you, man.
Always
Anytime,
a pleasure. We're going to have you
anytime.
come back through, too.
Man,
And we're going to talk
definitely.
more.
I'm here.
Give them your social medias real quick before we get out of here.
Fashion Bullie. Fashion Bullie is spelled Bullies. That's Instagram and Twitter.
Holla at my man. Y'all know what it is. As for us, Tangi and myself, we get back at you next week. Same time, same place right here at WLVS Radio. You dig?
Yes,
2
sir.
words.
Stop the trend, let's get some understanding.